Good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Listen, now this video. Now, if you haven't seen main channel description down below, check out why I was gone. It should be the channel trailer, at least as I'm recording this video. It is, and then a video when it was like YouTube or Google. I don't remember what I said. You just made the list. That could kind of give you a little backstory, and I'm gonna kind of like be brief with the backstory. So basically, um, basically, I was about to start, getting into shorts and streaming and this, that, and third on the main channel, and then RIP my gaming computer. Then there's a difficult 3-month process of like trying to get the computer fixed. It wasn't working, send it back, and each time I had to wait like weeks, and then a guy who was fixing the computer, kept like giving delays and stuff and shit like that. And so those 3 months were like I wasn't getting anything posted on the channel. So when I was like, okay, let me try to see if I could work out of my MacBook. And I was like, okay, I posted the channel trailer, and then I think I posted one video, and then also I wanted to post some videos that back then I was gonna have maybe one or two come out a week, like I can't get a text back, or things like relationship roles where it's like we can't get married if we can't date if this, that, and the third, we smashing if. And I had those at my previous backup channel, not this one. I couldn't log into that backup channel, and yeah, the only one that remembered the password was on the gaming computer, but I wasn't able to log into that channel, so now I had to make this backup channel. But basically, like I was just gonna change the name of that one. But basically, when I was originally gonna do it, was gonna be like one or twice. There's like 15 videos, once or twice a week, and I was like, let me just post these videos so as I'm recording videos, like I at least have something posted, and then so it's like I could get back to posting every day. So as I posted the I'm back video, and I posted one of those videos, I was like, let me see if I still got, because basically I was around like 600, around like 600 subscribers, and I had the watch hours, like I had everything. I just needed just to get to that 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize. So I was like, let me still see if I have the watch hours, because I wasn't able to post for like 3 months. And I was like, okay, I still got basically double the watch hours. And granted, it's went down now. Like the months finally catched up where they're like, oh yeah. But at the time, it was double the watch hours that I needed. I was like, okay, cool, I'm still good in that. And then they added another feature. It was like if you have, so you need 1,000 subscribers, something else, and then 4,000 watch hours for monetization, and then you need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours and 3 videos posted in the last like month or 2 months or something like that. And I was like, oh, I got 2 of these now. So I just had to post one more video, and then I could. It's so there's 2 different like sections. It's basically to be a YouTube partner and then to be monetized. So the YouTube partner, basically people, if you send a super chat, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, super chat, super thanks, memberships, and this, that, and the third. And I was like, all right, cool. So I can have that feature. And like by the time you're watching this, I probably maybe have that feature in in my gaming channel, but I for sure have the feature in the main channel. So I was like, all right, cool. I finally got that feature. So then I go to I go to I go to monetize, and then it kept saying, oh hey, you already have an AdSense account. You can't have more than one. And then it said, this is your AdSense. So it said HOLL dot at gmail.com. Now, I didn't know my brother's email. I know he's actually making money on YouTube. But I could assume that's what his email starts with. What his email starts with. And I vaguely remember him having me to do something with AdSense, like on my gaming channel, and it's because like I made those channels back when like there was different like requirements for. Actually, I don't even remember if there were requirements or not when I made those channels, and I also made other channels, and it was basically different. Like it was Holly Good, and it was like different. Like TV was like mini series or whatever, and then films were like short films and that, and then sketch was like skits and all that. And so I didn't know if any of those, I didn't know if that was my email or his email. So that's already one hurdle. No, that's two hurdles because I already have the first, actually three hurdles. So hurdle because of my computer, actually four hurdles. Hurdle because of my computer. Hurdle because couldn't get it fixed. Hurdle because well, the first two hurdles don't have to really do with it, Google/YouTube. But then hurdle because it's saying you can make more than one. You're associated with this one. And then the fourth hurdle is now I don't know. I don't want to say, hey, shut that down. That's not me, or I have no access to that, because I don't know whose email that is. So then, at first, like, I'm like going back and like trying to see, and then I'm trying to Google shit, bro. And then I like when people are like, oh, you have the internet at your hands, you blah blah blah. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes, a lot of the times, it's not. One of the skits I was gonna make was like when you try to Google something, it was gonna be like how to tie your shoe, and then some of the searches was like best Jordans. It's like, yeah, it's kind of related, and then next one search is like some Indian guy, and like he goes through the video in 30 seconds, you don't even know what he says, blah blah blah. And so I was like, can you, because at this time I'm just assuming that it's him. I don't want to take the chance, because like I said, he's making money from this. He does like this is his actual like job. And so, and then at the time, like already, like I was working my job, and I had enough to save up. So that's another reason why I'm kind of trying to stress this out, because I'm like, I already have 3 months. I saved up enough for a year, and this is not including, because I was not including like having to buy extra stuff for my MacBook to like get it to work for streaming and shit like that. But, and then also I wouldn't have bought an Xbox for my gaming channel, because I would have had a PC and everything, and I was an Xbox, I would have got a PC. But so then, like, I don't want to say, hey, shut that down, and then it turns out to actually be him. So then I'm trying to like Google, just in case, let's just say it is him. I'm like, can two people in the same house have this? And then every search was just like, you can't have more than 2 accounts. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. And I'm like, if my roommate, blah, 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 you can't have 2. I'm not asking that. Nigga, if you don't search what I fucking tell you to search, bruh. Then I'm like, if someone has the same last name as me, or can 2 people in the same address have, can they be can they have an AdSense account? And it was like they can share one, and it was like two people can't. No, you can't have more than two accounts. I'm like, that is not what I'm asking. Can you fucking please? Can I kept two different people. I had to word it so many different times, and I'm like, okay, can my brother? And I had to phrase that one even that one. Can my brother have da da da? And I had to even phrase that one differently. Like, and then one of them was like, oh well, you, like they actually understood the question, but was like, well then if you'd blah blah blah, and I was like, you gotta understand that even if that was the case, your answer would not even work in the slightest for all cases, bruh. There could be people who are brothers or that don't even like speak to each other. They're just, oh, you good. And then also you got to think about tax purposes too. But basically one of the answers, one of the early responses was like, oh, you could basically split the money up, blah blah blah. Then you got to actually look at both of your analytics, and then you got to, and bro, it's just a hassle. I was like, this cannot possibly be the biggest video sharing website. This cannot be their monetization process. Then I worded it a certain way. I finally got responses, and then it was basically saying, you have to. There's like they finally sent me to something where you can talk to like chat, someone who works within Google or YouTube or whatever the hell, and and then it was like you have to send your ID and then wait however long. I'm like, bro, why do I have to go through all these steps? You can't just like, and then, all right, and then let's okay, so let's just say that's hurdle 5 or 6 or whatever. Then we get to the chat thing. First thing they ask, what is your channel? I give the link. It goes directly to my channel. Here's my channel. And then it was like, what's the problem? I'd say the problem. And then they say, and meanwhile, when I'm doing this, like, this is like towards the like end of my, like, this is damn near 2 a.m. when I was like requesting this. Then they said, send a picture of both of your IDs. Like, bruh, first and foremost, what if in that situation it was me and my brother and we didn't talk? You don't know the situation. I don't know why you can't just say what's the link. You can't look at the two different accounts and be like, those are two different people. You can't put that together. I don't know how you look at two different channels and oh, they're black guys, they have the same last name and same address. They must be the same person. Nigga, just if I'm constantly requesting for you to actually check, say, hey, that's not me, like disassociate from this Google AdSense account, why you couldn't just get someone to, let me double check the channel. Okay, this HOLL channel, let me see where that channel leads to. Okay, that's this channel, that's this other channel, cool. Okay, what's this one saying, change association? Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not the same people. It's not even like a YouTube automation thing where like the person who has the account, like, it's not a behind the screens thing. They're two different like people who actually put their face on their content and post. You can't, so I have to, okay, bro. So it's 2 a.m. Like, bro, he's gonna be asleep. Like, I can't send you an ID right now. So then, I text him, and then he doesn't respond until, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Things like this. Imagine if I had a video go viral, and then like, I missed my viral opportunity. Basically, I said, hey, can you send a picture of ID? And meanwhile, I already waited for him to change his address anyway. Because this is like a month after we already had a situation. Because My parents got a account. They don't take it as serious as either of us do, but like they got an account and it's monetized, and and like it goes through him. Like they didn't really make enough for it to be an issue to like disassociate it with it. But he was like, oh, he would change his address because he was here for basically, like we put our address as our home address growing up, even when we don't live at the house. But then he came back for a couple years. But so then he was like, oh, I'll get a PO box or whatever. And then he said he would put it as the PO box. So then, I waited a couple weeks because I'm like, okay, maybe it's all right. It gotta take a couple weeks. So then that didn't even work anyway. So then I say, hey, they need ID. Imagine when I said, hey, they need ID. I had a viral video that I could have got something from. And then he sent the ID a day and a half later. So imagine that's a day and a half went by that I couldn't capitalize in that viral moment. Now, granted, there's probably eyes still on me, but still, you get the point what I'm saying. Like I have to build from that viral moment instead of that viral moment and build on from that. And so then I get in another thing and I try to send the IDs again and it's like, oh, that person emailed you blah blah blah, and so basically it sent me to someone else with a chat and then they emailed me again. The first person I talked to in the chat emailed me, and then I talked to the second person. It was like, oh, that person is already helping you, so then respond to that email. Yeah, they were talking to me at, I'm pretty sure they're not working 24/7. They were talking to me around like midnight, 1 a.m. type shit. And when I'm doing this, it's like 12 p.m. So now I gotta wait a whole 12 hours just for them to respond to my message or my email. So I had to go through all those hurdles just for the monetization, bro. I don't know why you could not just on another thing. Nah, I can't say that. I'll talk about it in the Patreon description down below. I'm about to record a video that's a Patreon exclusive, and then hopefully I'll remember to talk about what I was going to talk about at the beginning of that video then. But there's something that I saw when I was about to monetize the channel, and I'm not going to talk about it because of that. But I don't know why you couldn't just look and see, hey, these are two different people. No, we need IDs to identify them. You can just see they're two different people, bro. I look nothing like anyone in my family. I literally thought I was adopted when I was growing up. The only thing was like me and my mom both had big foreheads. Other than that, and then growing up, I started getting more of like my dad's facial hair because I remember him talking about his facial hair being patchy, and then my shit was patchy, and as well as like we both had like the thin mustaches, and it's we kind of had like the same cut around the time when he was 30. He had the same cut as when I was like in my 20s, matching with my facial hair. But besides any other time in my life, I never looked like anyone in my family. You can clearly see, we're not twins. You can clearly see that these are two different people, bruh. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And also, I mean, maybe you might have had this, if you came across this video, maybe you might have had this situation happen to you. And so you could, and maybe you weren't seeing the results from the searches too. I was searching, can roommates, blah, 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 and they still kept bringing up, you can't have more than one account. I'm not asking, can roommates, can two different people, I had to phrase it so many different times just to come up to one, like, form. So many, I had to do tricks and shit just to, like, bro, Get my Google AdSense account, bro. And I'm already not about to search up like. Actually, no, not even about to. I already did search up. Can you add a non-monetized channel to a monetized channel? Anyways, thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one. Patreon description down below. If you want to know what I'm talking about when I said when I was about to monetize. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm out. Peace.